Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today is another State of the Collection video. Been meaning to do this for a little while now, and finally have some time here to talk about my G-Shock collection. Now, I have had a non-square G-Shock in the past, the 2100, I think, the Casio, but I am more of a G-Shock square guy, so that is all that I have in my collection for G-Shocks. So we will talk about my G-Shock collection now. Just go over these watches briefly. This is the GMW-B5000CS-1, and I'll leave all this information in the description below. This is affectionately called the Tron for, I would say, obvious reasons. If you have not had one of these in hand, you should try and experience this watch. It's pretty crazy to look at. I've actually not worn it much, but it's just the way it goes with me. So, very cool watch. This is a limited edition. The MSRP on this is $800. It's made in Japan. It has solar. It's powered by solar. It has Bluetooth and also multi-band 6. So I'll put this on wrist and then go through the other watches that I have here. Maybe we'll compare these side by side as well. Still wearing, I don't normally wear watches on both wrists, but I've been trying to break in this strap and see how it wears in. I'll do a video on this in maybe a week or so. A world timer on the Vario World Time leather strap. And then this one, Black Bay 58. So, a full metal watch, mineral crystal. Obviously, they all have the mineral crystal. I don't think I have any with sapphire. I think you need to go up to the titanium, which are over $1,000 to get sapphire. So, very cool watch. All right, let's set this one right there. Okay, next one we have is GMW-B5000-1. MSRP on this is $440. I think this is one of the first ones that came with the metal bezel, the beginning of the metal bezel. So very similar to the Tron. I think the B5000 would indicate that these would be quite similar. Negative display as well. And these negative displays are a lot easier to read than the other negative displays I have. So if you want a negative display, get one that's about this price range, $440, and it's a lot easier to read. So this is also made in Japan, solar powered, Bluetooth, and multi-band 6. Same kind of screws on the side here. Same round metal case back as well. So, all right, I'll get this one on wrist. And we'll move on to the next one. The strap feels nicer than the standard resin strap on the economy model or on the 5610. So it's a nice feeling G-Shock. Feels good on wrist. Different kind of buckle here too. Milled buckle and stamped tang. The keeper, of course, is stamped as well. So, okay, moving on to the next one. We have the Porter limited edition. I paid a premium for this, but the price for this MSRP is apparently $380. I paid a lot more than that for this, but I guess that's the way it goes for the limited edition. So this is Yoshida and Company, Porter, Tokyo, Japan. It has this nice fabric strap with these custom keepers. I've not seen these before in any other G-Shock. I have some from Vario, which I need to do a review on, and I'll compare it to this watch as well. They're a little bit different design than this. This one here, you can just put really any kind of two-piece strap on here, or you could put some spring bars in here and put a NATO strap if you want to, or a single-piece strap, whatever you want to do. So this display is very easy to read as well. Yeah, with a matte case, a matte black case. So this one has the CR2016 battery. It's not Bluetooth. It's not solar. It's kind of a basic module, but the display is very easy to read. So this is the GM5600 EY, sorry, GM-5600 EY-1. Okay, moving on here, we'll go to a fairly recent pickup, and I actually wear this watch fairly often. This watch is very comfortable on wrist. This is the GW-B5000 BC-1B. $200 for this. I actually bought it used from eBay. I don't remember what I paid, but it was less than $200. I bought it mainly for the Gen 2 combi bracelet, which I was going to put on my 5610, and then I was going to sell the watch head, but I just ended up keeping it on here because it's a great combination, and I do like the negative display, even though they're not all that easy to read. It's pretty easy in the studio lighting here, but out in the real world, it's not so easy. Yeah, this one's more clear to read. I don't know if you can see that across the camera or not, but this display is definitely easier to read. The positive backlight, or whatever you want to call it, is more legible. It looks whiter. This one looks kind of brown, I guess. Hopefully you can see that across the camera here. So, yeah, so this one has solar, Bluetooth, and multi-band 6. And it comes on this bracelet. This watch is really just a dream to wear. A lot of times wearing this, I don't even realize I have a watch on. It's just very comfortable. I highly recommend either the Gen 1 or Gen 2 Casio combi bracelet. I had the knockoff on my 5610, and I kind of messed up the case getting it on, and it ended up popping off anyway. So I don't recommend that $16, $20 knockoff. I would personally, I would spend the money for this watch, or sourcing the Gen 1 or Gen 2, however you want to get it. So yeah, very nice G-Shock. This is all the G-Shock I need. This one or the 5610. Okay, so now we're into these ones here. Again with the metal case. This is, it's almost like a dark bronze, dark green color. It's hard to explain the color of this case. And also the surround here around the screen is camouflage. And this strap, it's not as bad as the base economy strap, or the one that comes on the 5610. That would be this strap here, actually. These ones, I mean, they're okay. They're just, for me, it's not really all that comfortable. The combi bracelet definitely changed my G-Shock world. I mean, it's a game changer. It really is. This strap's a little stiffer, but this strap is definitely nicer. This one here. This is more like rubber versus plastic, that makes sense. So this one is the GM. Man, I'm getting these mixed up now. Okay, so this is the GM-5600B-3JR. $200 for this one. Made in Thailand. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this one's made in China. The 5600 BC-1B, the one that comes on the combi. This one's made in China. So back to this one. This one was made in Thailand. It's powered by the CR2016 battery. It's not Bluetooth. It's not multi-band 6. It does have the nicer milled case back though. A lot of different variations to these G-Shock watches. I don't know why some have Bluetooth and some don't. Some have, solar, and some are just battery. But anyway, it's a nice looking watch. It's different, especially with this case color, as compared to this black metal case here. So, all right, let's get this one on wrist. Looks like a milled buckle. It's not. I don't think it's stamped. It's either milled or cast. Could be cast and polished. I don't really know. It is a bummer that doesn't match that, but that's how they all are. So anyway, here we go on my wrist. This display is not as easy to read as this one again. I'll read off the modules on the back of these real quick. If I can find it. So this is the 3229 module. Hopefully you can see that up there. And this one is, let's see, looks like it says 3459 right there. All right, so next one we have, it's very similar to the army looking one with the camouflage, different color scheme, black with the stainless steel shroud here. So this is the GM-5600-1JR. So I'm assuming it belongs to the same family as this one here. Very similar looking, just a different colorway. Same module as well. So interesting comparison would be this watch with this one over here. I'll show that in a moment. But also this does have the quick release bracelet, the resin bracelet. But the combi is just, you got to get these on a combi. Wow. Yeah, this one's, noticeably heavier. So here we go, $440 versus $180. Very similar look. This, of course, has more around the digital display there. This one's kind of plain looking. So for twice the price, you get the Bluetooth, multi-band 6, solar, and then the display is a bit easier to read as well. Yeah, I guess they're different time zones, huh? Actually, let's see. all the Bluetooth ones, or all the multi-band ones, change time on their own. I don't sync any of these up to my phone. Okay, let's set that one down. Now we're down to my 5610. I actually bought this watch used on the resin strap. And then I bought another watch that came on the Gen 1 Combi. And I put this on the Gen 1 Combi. But before I had it on this, I had it on the aftermarket Combi bracelet. And actually kind of messed up one of my lugs here, got chewed up. But it's been working well on this Gen 1 Combi bracelet. Again, just a great fit. I would say it's 55 grams maybe. It's a nice lightweight watch. Very comfortable on the Combi bracelet. So the MSRP for this one now I think is $140. I think I paid like 75, 80 bucks for it used. I don't remember. I know it might have been less than that, because at one point these were, about a year ago, these were $90 on Amazon, without the Combi, of course. Just again, this strap again. This is the strap that came off of that. But I really don't plan on selling this. It's such a great all-around watch. So probably 250 bucks, I guess. Now you can get this and the Combi. I'm not sure how much the Combis are going for. I think about $100 and $140. So you have to search around, search on eBay or wherever to see if you can find one of these. Or if you're okay with that aftermarket one, those are like 20 bucks, but they really don't work well, for me at least. You may have a better experience with them. So this is made in Thailand, solar powered, and has multi-band 6. Does not have Bluetooth. Yeah, this one does have Bluetooth though. This, I guess, is kind of like a newer version of the 5610, but positive display is just so much easier for me to read. But I really like how the negative display looks. I'm really tempted to perhaps get a black, I don't know, black bezel for this. And put this on a Combi. Yeah, I don't know. So again, this is the dang it, I always get this mixed up. GW-M5610. So, all right, put that down. Hopefully when I type all this out, it will be the correct model numbers. It's kind of complicated, at least for me. Okay, so this one here, my videos are going to be out of order because I have a video in the queue installing this on here, but I guess you can look forward to that, even though it was recorded before this, but I guess that's how it works with YouTube, at least for me. So this watch head had a different, it was basically modified because it had a different shroud on it. I don't know what I did with it, but it basically had a one of these plain shrouds, but normally this would come with a navy case, navy bezel, sorry, and navy strap. This is the DW5600 BBM-2JF. It looks like they're about $100, but again, I bought it used, and it came with this Combi bracelet. I bought it mainly for the Combi bracelet to put on this watch, the Gen 1, because I wanted to compare the Gen 1 to the Gen 2. I have a video on that as well. You can look back in my video queue here. My video, just look back in all my old videos, I guess. So this one was made in China, and which is kind of fitting because I put it on a titanium camo kit from China. This is not actually a G-Shock product, like it says here, G-Shock protection. But this wears pretty well on wrist. It overhangs my wrist because I have a 6.5-inch wrist with 52mm wristband. And this thing, I don't remember. I think it's 55mm, maybe even 60. The kind of the lug to lug here. These links don't really articulate all that much. But it wears really well on wrist. This is a negative display, which is even harder to read than these other negative displays. But I think it looks pretty cool with this camo titanium kit. And if you get it at certain angles, you see that gold ring around here, but other angles you don't see it. Right there, for example. And then when you hit it in the light just right, it just all pops up. It kind of reminds me of the 80s for some reason. All right, let me get this on wrist. I've not worn it all that much, but it wears very nicely. It's nice and light. So these are the fixed end links here between my fingers. Maybe it's not all that obvious that it overhangs because it does curve down quite a bit. So there we go. And last, sorry, this is going on a bit long here. Lastly, I have the newest edition. So I tried to sort this list by order, by price, and this one here at the end of my list because I picked it up after I made my list. MSRP on this is $265. So limited edition. It's part of the Savage 5 series, which was designed by a gentleman from Singapore, Jahan Low. I guess it could be a lady. I don't really know. I'm assuming it's, yeah, so Jahan Low, Savage 5 series. He took some G-Shock parts that were already in existence and mixed and matched them, and he created 5 different watches. The Savage 5, I guess, is stories about generals from China. I still need to research that some more and do a proper video on this watch, but I didn't buy it because of that. I bought it because I thought it was cool looking, and also it's unique, at least to my knowledge, because it has solar, Bluetooth, multiband 6, and it has the old cheap stamped case back. As far as I know, the only ones with the Bluetooth and solar have this milled case back. So I was surprised to see that it has just this cheap stamped case back. So it's pretty interesting. I'm really surprised this watch is solar. But it says right there, Bluetooth. Up there it says Tough Solar. This screen is quite hard to read though. So I'll be selling it eventually. I just bought it because I had a white NASA G-Shock, the all-white one, the 2020 version. 2021 has black with the white straps. Yeah, wanted to try a white one again. All right, I'll put this on wrist, and then we will show some of these side by side. Yeah, it's kind of loud for me having a white watch like this. I don't know if I'd wear this out and about or not. I'll have to find a cheaper one to wear around. But yeah, let's look at this display compared to the other ones, the other negative displays I have. This is very similar to the one I have in the camo kit. It's not quite the same, but the coloration looks very similar. So activating the backlight makes it a little easier to read. Then next to one on the combi bracelet. This one's easier to read. And then this one here, that's $440. I don't have any issue reading this one at all, really, compared to a standard negative display. And the Tron has the same module in it. All right, if you have any questions on any of these watches, leave them in the comment section below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me, enjoying these watches and random rambling videos. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I normally don't do these state of collection videos. Normally I'll just present one watch at a time or different topics. So anyway, that will conclude the video. Talk to you guys soon.